Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Thanks for tuning in to another video from me. So I'm here with my bonus video for the hashtag journal jigsaw collaboration, the garden story that's been running since March the 15th through to April the 13th till yesterday. My video aired on Thursday and I showed you my ideas, and we managed to get 1.5 made, not decorated, just made. So I said I would come back and do a second bonus video once the collaboration had finished yesterday, so that you guys can see how I would finish these off. So where we got up to at the end of Thursday's video was we had done this one. I showed you how to make that, although we hadn't decorated it, and I would like to in this video get to decorating them. So that we did that one. I showed you this one, and we were at this stage where we'd got the gates ready, just not quite finished off. And then I didn't even get to show you how I made this one. So in this video, this was what we're going to do. So I will leave all the links below to the collaboration. If again you haven't seen any of the other videos, do check them out and everything. It's been an absolutely fantastic collaboration. I'm still catching up on some of the videos. I'm behind on the channels, but yeah, it's been brilliant. Okay, so where we'd got up to was we'd glued our corrugated card on here. We just need to finish inking them. So I showed you the difference inking on here, but I want to just ink all around the edge on these now. Get a real nice grungy edge to it. Okay. That one looks good. Okay, so let's do this one. And they do look so different when they've got ink on them. And I mean, if you really do like grunge and that's your thing, you could add paint splatters, you could paint these, you could do all sorts. But if bright and shabby is your thing, well, you could paint these white and then you've got white picket fence. Yeah, you could do them any colour. Okay. Oh, I think I need to ink the other side, don't I? Of course I do. Yeah, ink this side as well, because you do see this. And then I'm just going to ink along here. Even bits everywhere. It does chew your sponge up a bit, I have to say. But I go through sponges like I don't know what anyway, because I do like to ink. Whether I use this walnut stain or vintage photo, or I'll even use coloured ones. On the rose journal I made a little while ago, I used the lovely, what was it, Victorian velvet, I think it was I used. Okay. So they are now inked and ready. So our gates are going to go over here, like so, and that's going to go down on our page like that. Doesn't that look great? Okay, so what I want to do now is mark the centre of these so that we can put some eyelets in them. So, let's see. Oh, that's exactly 15. So that's going to be 7.5. Oh, well, that's nice and easy. I'm not very good at doing maths on the spot. Okay. So what I'm going to do is grab my hole punch and go in and punch that one. Then I'm going to line these up like so, do it that way where the hole is, and then just mark my hole, and then I know I'm going to get it exactly the same. There we go. So let's grab my eyelets, and I'm going to use the gold ones again. Push that in, and then squeeze and squash it. Lovely, it's gone there. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. I'm literally carrying on filming the same day as I filmed Thursday's video. So I have filmed this ahead for you guys. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's our gates. So what I'm going to do now is attach them, because everything else was added in afterwards, even this, which is just the head of a brad. It's not actually the full brad. So what we want to do is pop our glue on here. I should have filled this up in between videos. Stopped and took the first video off, had my lunch, and then come back to do this one. But obviously you guys are seeing this on Sunday. Okay, bring that right to the bottom, like so. And I am going to weight that down. Up a little bit. There we go. So we're going to do exactly the same with this. So it was quite fun this time round with the prompts, because we actually got to choose our own. So it was a case of like first come first serve basis, and when Rachel put them out. And so you can imagine how many days we've gone from the 15th of March to the 13th of April, and there's prompt for every single day. And it was just like, oh my god, that's so quite overwhelming initially to start with. It's like, what on earth do I choose? What do I go for? But I decided I wanted to do something that I'd not done before, and also I knew I really wanted to make a couple of journals with this garden journal kit. So I chose to do the Gatefold. That was what I chose to do. And when I looked, Little Nest Crafts has already got the bright and shabby. So I was like, right, it's rustic and grungy. To be honest, I like shabby chic, but I don't tend to do bright colours. I do shabby chic, but I tend to do it in a very vintage way, or I do kind of like a muted rustic grungy kind of feel. So yeah, I am a cross between the two. I wouldn't say I'm any one particular style. Okay, so while we're waiting for that one to dry, we can start prepping for this one, which is a bit more involved. I'm going to need my glue gun as well. So I don't need that. So I can go in my scrap bucket to the side. So with this one, let's open it up again. It's got a flip up on here, so you've got lots of writing space, and basically the idea for me was that you're walking through, you open your gate, you go down the garden path, and it leads you to your potting shed. So to recreate that, we are using these two, which are from Rachel's side of the collaboration kits. So I'm just going to move this over, give me a bit of space while that dries. Now, it's got a fold in this page anyway, so that's where I'm going to cut it, on that fold, I think. Okay. And this one, we're only going to be using this side. Okay, so there are two sides. Let's grab a sheet of coffee dye paper for our signature page, because my signature, my journals are 3 signatures wide. Okay, so this one's got to go down first. I think because you've got this kind of edge around it, I want to take those bits off so that it looks like you're in the shed rather than a page on the journal. Okay. How does that look on here? Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. So now I just need to make this the same width. Do I need to make it a little smaller? Okay. So I'm going to, where are we? Yeah, it's that first one. I'm going to cut it down to here. And then cut it down to the first pane there. And that should just, yeah, because on this one I made it the same size and it does catch ever so slightly. You have to make sure that's flat when you close your gates, so I wanted to rectify that by just bringing it in a little amount. Now I don't think I'm going to bother taking any off the top, because I'll flap that over, that'll fold over, but I do want a little bit more off the bottom. Think about there, I don't want too much because I want to put a little tab on the bottom. Okay, so there are pages cut down. This one's going on as it is, so let's just give this one a little bit of an ink. Cardboard stuck in my ink sponge. Okay, oh, looks like the sun is trying to come out this afternoon. There we go. So this wants to be backed with coffee dye paper. So let's grab, I've got a spare piece here. Yep. Let's glue this all down. See if I can get it straight on one edge at least. There we go. Okay, so that's the start of that one. Ready. So let's come back. This should be dry. Dry enough on there. That's going to fold in. It's going to be lovely. Okay, so what we need to do now is stick it down to our page. Okay, and for quickness, I am going to use a combination of Fabri-Tac and Pritt stick or glue stick. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac on this cardboard area just to make sure we've got a good. I should have filled up my my PVA glue. I'd have used that otherwise, but just want to make sure it sticks and it's quicker. And then I'm just going to go around with the glue. Okay. And then just center it on my page. And I've got a bit of extra glue there, look. Didn't need that. So we will just okay. So we will weight this side down now as well. Actually, I'm going to do it like that. No, I will do it like this because it's created a bit of a lip at the bottom and I want to make sure I get both bits flat. There, okay. So we'll let that one dry before we tie our thread on, and we will come back to doing this one. The glue stick does do that, curl the page up. I've got a rounded edge on my desk, so I am literally just rolling it on the edge of my desk. Okay, so let's trim this up. Yeah, that's nice and trimmed up. Just going to round the bottom of the corners because that's where it flips up. And then do a bit of a score at the top. So how high up do I want to score? I want to score kind of just under that base of the flower. Okay, put in my scoreboard. I think that would be good. So it's no measurement, just going by eye as to what I think looks good. That then gets folded over. and that, well, we can glue that onto there. Yeah, that's going to be nice because I had a little tab on this one, didn't I? Yeah, the same material that's on the cover of the journal that I'm making. Okay. So let's ink this and then we can stick this together. Oh dear, excuse me. I'm putting on the ink quite liberally, as I said, because it's a rustic and grungy, so the darker the edges, I don't mind. And I know mine's my journal, the one that I'm going to keep for myself out of these two. I intend for it to be a working journal in the garden, so it's probably going to get quite grubby. Okay, so that's ready. Just get rid of all the little bits from the sponge. So let's put our glue. Oh, I add this. So it's still saying there's about a third in here. It's just a job to squeeze it out. Perhaps if I keep it up that way. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball that in the centre. Oh, donut. Doing it completely the wrong way, aren't I? Oh, that... I'm sure I'm not the first person to have done that. I've got to let that bit dry now. I need it to go onto here, don't I? What on earth was I thinking? Okay. We had a bit of lace. Oh no, the lace was on the top of that. We can put something on the top of there. It's rustic and it's grungy. It fits. It fits. Okay, so let's go again. Let's put the glue on and let's make sure we put it on the right side this time. Oh, I'm so silly. I have to laugh at myself because I can be quite clumsy, and yeah, I have to have a good giggle at myself for being so daft. Right. Let's see, it's going to flip up that way, so I've got to put this side down. Oh, what am I like? It's a good job I spotted it when I did, otherwise I'd have ripped it to take it off. Okay, there we go. It's not quite even. Look, I haven't even got it even. Oh well, that's two things I've done wrong. What's now going to be the third thing that I make a mistake at doing? Okay. So I'm going to just put a little weight along here to make sure it sticks down for me. Okay. So how are we doing on this one? Yeah, that looks like that is all glued down nicely. Brilliant. Yeah, okay. So all I did to tie it was I just used some of this. This, being as screwed up as it is, probably is what somebody puts in the box of when you like buy some, I don't know, fancy food or toiletries or something like that. And I keep it. I've just now got to find, there's the end. Don't know if I want that on there. Yeah, keep it. It's like a paper kind of material. So I think a bit longer. We can always cut some off at the end. Where's my scissors? The same again, I just want some lengths of this. And let's just open this up to try and remember which way I went through. Yeah, I pushed it through this way so that the loop came through on the back and pulled the material forward so that it knots it there like that. Okay, so we do the same on this side. It looks like it's starting to fray, so I'm just going to take that bit off. I don't want it getting caught on anything. Yeah, I have no idea where this came from. I just found it in my stash and thought, ah, that's a good alternative to twine that's rustic and grungy. So I do that. And pulls that on there like so. Oh, they want to go everywhere. So I just do myself a little bow, like so. And that is your gatefold garden gate. Obviously we need to decorate it and everything, but let's tie this one up. There we go. So that's another one done. That's our second idea done. So let's carry on with this one. So this should have stuck enough there now. And we're not too bad along that top bit there at all, actually. Okay. So we need to make our garden gates now ready. So again, I'm using my brown thick craft card here. You could use any card that you have. And all I'm going to do is, I don't want to see the top of her at all. So where her head comes is where the top's going to be, and I want these cut off here. Okay, and we need a little bit of a flap from this back page so that we can tuck it under like we created this one. So that will give me plenty. So let's trim this up. Where we were going. Okay, so that is going to be our garden gate. So we need to cut this in half, excuse me, and it's 16, so half of 16 is 8, 8 and 8 is 60, yes. Sorry, my math sometimes. So 8. We want to come on at 8. So there's our two garden gates. So I'm going to do exactly the same how I've done the previous ones, and make sure that bottom bit's all clipped together. We're nice and flush at the top. Using my trusty roll of double-sided tape. And just draw around that. Our two sides are still together, and I'm going to cut. do that one straight. Got a bit of a lip there. Oh, there we go. That's it. Okay. So what we want to do now is, I did score this one exactly the same underneath, just so that it gave a bit of dimension to it. So we're going to do that again. But first things first, I want to score down here to give myself the flap that we need. Like so. And we need the flap this side. That's better. I'm not, it's a bit sharper point. I want it to be a bit rounder there. There we go. That one has not too bad. It's just, there we go. Okay, so now I'm ready to score. So if we want the raised ones up, we need to come down this way. And I'm going off, so I am gonna see if I can hold it butted up to here, because I keep going off. Okay, I'm gonna go for 5. There, so that's given us our ridges. So we're going to do the same again. We want the raised on here, so I need to put it down this way. There's some ridges on that. You're going to put the sticks on it in between anyway, so let's give these an ink. Let's just put this down. Okay. So it does definitely make them stand out better. Okay, and now they can have an ink all around the edge. And then you do see this on the inside, so give that a bit of an ink as well. Hold that back and ink along here. And there we go, so that's one. Gosh, we're at 35 minutes already. I reckon this video is going to be another hour video. Sometimes my concept of time, especially when I'm crafting, I think, oh, that won't take me long. 3 hours later, oh yeah, I finished it. Never mind. It's all fun. Having lots of fun crafting and creating. And it's always fun seeing your creations that you've got in your mind come to life. Okay. So what I want to do next is just do the eyelets, because I left the decorating with the sticks and everything till the last, till the end. But I want to put the eyelets in first so that I know where to avoid them. So again, we need to just measure. Oh, it's just short of 16. Okay, I am going to center it between the 16 on here so that I know I can just come up at the 8, and I want to do a hole there. Okay. So I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to get these level. And cut there. So they're both the same in the middle. Right, we want another couple of little eyelets. And 1, 2. Did I put anything? No, just went straight in. Give that another squeeze. These are quite long on this little bit here, so unless you've got quite thick card, they do stick up a little bit. These aren't memory keeper brads. They came with my old Brad's eyelets. They came with the old one of these that I had that I just could not use. See, that one's gone really nicely and flat. That one's, yeah, not too bad. It's not rough or anything, which is good. Okay, so they're ready. So we can glue these onto here now. I think we're at that stage. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just lift that up out of the way. And for quickness, I am just going to use Fabri-Tac glue because I'm conscious of the time. I want to get to doing the decorating. Just give this a bit of weight to it. There we go. I will do the other side. Okay, let's wipe this side down. So while we're waiting, what I want to do is just let that dry, is prep the sticks. I've got all the bits here that I used. So these, you could just go around your garden and collect different sticks and all sorts. I've got some really thin ones. Hubby and I were pruning our cherry blossom tree a few weeks back, and I was like, oh, those sticks are really small. They will be absolutely perfect for going on to the gates. Now, are the gates the same height? A bit taller. Okay. So I'm looking for fairly straight pieces. See, they curl a little bit. There's a nice straight piece. That's one. And I've just, my garden secateurs are downstairs, so that's a bit long. That is a bit. Let's cut that off. So I'm just using jewellery snippers just to cut them. So that's that. I think I'm going to have to use some of these. These are a bit thick, but let's go about here. Oops, there we go. That's 3. Can we straighten that out a little bit? Not really. They're too bendy, those. That one's, it might be a bit shorter, but we could use that. That's not too bad. If I cut a bit off here, oops. Okay, so what have we got? Got 3, we need another one that side. So I am going to use that and just chop that off there. So that's 3 each side. We could do with a 4th one. Maybe we could put some of these little bits together. That might be quite nice. So I think I'll leave those for now while we're waiting. Leave that up there. We've got our sticks here ready. So I'm just going to lay them on here and move that over there to the side, because we want to glue this down onto our page first. I see. There we go. That's the 3rd mistake. They meet in the middle, and they weren't supposed to meet in the middle. I cut them exactly in half. Damn. Okay. I'm going to have to take a piece off. It's easily rectifiable. Easy rectifiable. So there we go. I've done my 3 mistakes. So everything else now is just going to go plain sailing. Now, can I think I'm going to have to use my knife for this, because I can do a better, control it better, it'll fit under. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, how are we doing? So we need a bit off of this one as well. Can't take too much off because I've got the eyelet there, haven't I? That needs to go that way so that I can do this, and then we'll re-ink it. Trim that up. Now, do they close? Oh, I need to take a little bit more off the top of this one. Do you know what? I'm going to use my scissors. I'm going to be brave and just come down. Like so. Oh, how's that? Just enough gap between the two. I think I might see if I can straighten this one up as well. I obviously didn't have the ruler straight when I was cutting. As I said, that's my 3 mistakes. All done. There we go. So that should now, there, look at that. Solved, fixed, brilliant, done. There we go. I like that. And that folds down. That's going to hide behind there. Okay, so we are ready now to put this onto our page. So let me grab a glue page. Ready? Our Fabri-Tac glue and our Pritt stick at the ready. And I want that. Okay. Okay. Make sure the lid goes on that. Oops. Chunk of glue. And there we go. And then I just want to get that kind of center. I need to dip it a little bit that way. There we go. That looks to be center. Okay. So we'll move this to the side and we will weight this down just for a moment to give a bit of pressure on there. And time really is running away with us, isn't it? We're at 48 minutes already. Gosh, I haven't done the decorating. Let's switch my hot glue gun on ready, because that's what I'm going to need, and clear myself a bit of space. Oops. That was my peg. So, no, I wanted to put some leaves on this one and these, and then that's as far as I'd got with bits for this one. So let's just, these were off some paper flowers. I took the leaves off because I didn't want them on, but obviously kept the leaves because I thought, oh, I could just use those individually perhaps. So I'll just get the rest of that off. So I've got a bit of hessian here that is going to go under here. Just across there. And then I want a couple of leaves coming down on the top here. A couple of leaves at the bottom and one halfway up, like so. Okay, so that's how I want those. And because being corrugated card, you could use Fabri-Tac glue, that would hold them, but I've got my hot glue gun and that's going to work on there. Just waiting for it to warm up. I should have switched it on a few minutes earlier. Let's use Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac will work. I've used Fabri-Tac in the past, but I didn't want, it won't work for the sticks. I most definitely need my glue gun for that. I'm just going to weight that down. That's the only thing when I'm using Fabri-Tac glue, you've got to give it a few minutes and you've got to keep a bit of pressure on it. Let's write them down. Oops, way down there, and then just put glue on the back of here, like so. And that's going to stick down on there. Okay. Looks like our glue isn't too far off. Okay, so that's just a nice little decoration. You can use whatever elements you've got from Rach and Bella's and Angela's kit. That little word I think is Angela's, and that little spade is from Rachel's ones, to decorate that up. So that's that idea. So this should be stuck down enough for us to now go and do our sticks. So let's move this into the middle here. I will need one of these, and we've got our sticks. Okay, we'll go with this one. Wipe that dribble off the end. And all I'm doing is just kind of gauging roughly. I'm going to put a bit of blubber glue in the middle there. Oh, this comes out quicker than I thought. A bit of glue off. There we go. Just to hold that down. It's very stringy as well. I'm not a fan of glue gun at all. But this glue gun's not the best either. I'm struggling with it. Oh, those stringy things are annoying me. Get off my fingers. I want to put a bit of glue down under there. This will all be covered up by the moss, so don't worry if it looks a bit messy. That's weighing that down in there. It don't take long, and that's stuck and adhered. And I think I'm going to go that one in there. And we want 3 for that side, and then I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to put a blob of glue in the middle there just to hold it, like that. And hold it down there. And then we want a bit of glue just on the back of this to hold this down. I know Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah uses hot glue gun all the time for everything she makes. She uses the hot glue gun, but yeah, I just struggle with it. I think it doesn't help the design of this one. It was just a cheap one I've had for years. It came from Aldi's, so as I say, it's not the best. So that's a nice straight stick. So let's go down here. Hold that one in place. Then I'm going to put that one sticking up a little bit. I don't think I might use that one. I don't want it sticking up too much. There's some shorter little bits here. Is that straighter? Yeah, I might just use that. It's rustic. Now I'm going to put it on here this time, just on that bottom bit, while I get that where I want it. Okay, I just need to put a bit of glue under there to hold that down. And then we can cover all of this up with moss, so you won't see any of this glue. Okay, so what have we got? We could do with a little stick down here. We got this little straighter one. That's nice and straight. Put it that way. It's just a case of building it up. I'm going to have this other one up here, I think. To where you think it looks nice. What else have we got? I'll put that bit in there. Oops. Damn glue gun. Yeah, it'd be interesting if any of you guys use hot glue gun. If you've got any recommendations for ones that you recommend. I know Crafter's Companion do them. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you think. Right, I'm going to cut this bit off here. Oh, do excuse my reach. That's just shot into the window because I want another little bit in here. Look. Okay, so I think you get the idea of that's how I've done it. Let's grab some of the moss. This is florist moss. I'm just going to, it's still got quite a bit of heat in it actually. So I'm just going to pick out a nice little bit here. We've got a nice little cluster there. And I know definitely want a big lump down the bottom here. So I'm just going to put some all down in here and then just push that in. And that's all stuck on. And yeah, the glues needs to go back on to heat up. So I think you get the idea. And yet again, I've done another video that's over an hour long. So I do apologise, but I hope, excuse me, my voice is going funny now as well. I hope you get the idea that that's how I do it. Probably could do this a lot neater than I've done with the glue gun, but I want to put a lot of moss on here, decorate it up rustic. You could even paint over these bits and everything as well, so that would look really good. So we've got those ideas. We've got those garden gates, which I think are my absolute favourite of them all. And then we've got a nice simple garden gate that you can decorate up any which way there. So thank you very much for tuning in to the bonus video for the collaboration, and thank you all very much for tuning in to my channel, BumbleBeeCrafts, and I will be back on Monday with the another part of the garden story journal. Thank you very much. Happy crafting everyone. Take care. Bye.